Hey guys, today we are going to review the Battle of Life and Death Kirito skill, which is a burst sword skill with no element and the only skill with the Starburst stream animation. Yes, I know this is long overdue since the banner that featured the skill is already gone, but I feel like I have to do the justice and review the skill because the skill animation is the most iconic skill in the Sword Art Online story, the Starburst stream. The skill is a burst with the 4 skill burst activation, which are Holy, Fire, Wind, and Slash, which is very hard to activate because we need to use at least 3 different skill elements to activate it. And the burst cooldown is 40 seconds, which is the longest in the game so far. But it's gonna be worth it to use the burst because of all the bonuses that we will get when we use the burst mode. When we use the skill in burst mode, we will get up to 5510 damage multiplier, bonus that increases attack by 2 times our defense, 100% non-elemental damage when we don't use any hit cleave skill, 500% critical rate when we use 2 or more Asuna skills, and 100% critical damage when our HP is below 25%. That is a lot of bonus in one skill. I'm not counting the buff that we will get when we use the skill with no burst, but we're gonna skip that since with all the bonuses in the burst mode, you don't want to use this skill normally, especially given that this skill animation is a 16 hit animation, which is very long, as you can see in here, and it will be very difficult to avoid the enemy attack when we use it normally. Okay, let's see how much damage each one of those bonuses will affect the skill. This burst skill can already do 2.93 million damage when I only use the 2 times defense as attack bonus only. Now when I remove hit cleave from my set to get the 100% non-elemental damage, this skill is now doing 4.75 million damage. So you never gonna wanna use hit cleave on this skill ever. Okay, now I'm gonna use 2 Asuna skills to guarantee critical. Critical hit gives us 50% damage and it makes my damage become 5.66 million damage. Then if I lower my HP to below 25% for additional 100% critical damage, my damage becomes 7.47 million damage. So if I can activate all of the bonuses in these skills, I get an increase of 4.5 million damage, which is huge. But we need to make sure that we can hit critical because the last bonus is only applicable when we can hit critical. Given that the higher floor bosses have critical resistance, which bosses can we still hit critical with 500% critical rate that we can get from this skill? Let's start with the Yasha integral weapon bosses. Against floor 85 boss Huang, this skill can hit critical. Okay, what about the Gao weapon boss? Against Naruha, it looks like I cannot hit critical, but when I use the Tactician Argo that can give me close to 100% critical rate, I can hit critical on this boss now. Now the Machina weapon boss, the floor 23 boss. It is the same thing that I can hit critical only when I use the Tactician Argo buff. Lastly, the Gale weapon boss. It is the same thing that I can hit critical with the Tactician Argo buff, even though it only hits 1 damage here, the 1 damage is yellow. So when the slash weak boss for Gale weapon comes out, hopefully it has the same critical resist, so we can still hit critical. Now let's see again the Chaos bosses. Against level 155 bosses, I can hit critical with the Starburst stream without other critical buff. Now against the level 175 boss, the Cross Gigas, I cannot hit critical even when I use the Tactician Argo buff. I also tried breaking the boss to remove the critical resist buff and still cannot hit critical. And it is the same with the higher level Chaos bosses that we cannot hit critical even with 600% critical rate. So this skill is only as strong as the Mother Rosary full burst skill damage wise if we cannot hit critical, because it has the same damage multiplier and bonus. The Mother Rosary is a full burst skill though, meaning we will be able to use multiple times, and it is better to use in the situations when we cannot hit critical. Compared to the Mother Rosary full burst skill, the attack animation is longer, but the first hit animation is faster than the Mother Rosary skill, which makes it easier to use the Shield of Loyalty buff. With the skills that gives birth to this ultimate technique when I combine them with the chain skill, making this skill do 34 million damage in one hit, which is crazy. I know my damage is not much compared to other people, but I just want to show this technique and how we can use it multiple times now with the full burst and chain skill. So to summarize, this skill is a really strong skill, but the burst activation requirements can be difficult to fulfill. The skill can potentially give us 250 damage on top of the 2 times defense as attack bonus, but the 150 will rely on us being able to hit critical. Yet the higher level chaos bosses still have higher critical resistance than what the skill can give. Okay, so that's it for the Battle of Life and Death Kirito skill review. Let me know in the comment below which skill do you like better between these skills and the Mother Rosary full burst skill. If you want to know how to use the Shield of Loyalty buff to increase our burst damage, I have this previous video showing different hidden techniques that we can do in this game, including combining the Shield of Loyalty buff with the burst skill. Check this out and I will see you there. Bye now.